Hey everybody, it's your name here, and I'm so psyched you've clicked on this video. We're about to take a trip around the world, not to Disneyland or anything, but to see how different cultures celebrate Halloween. Halloween may conjure up images of scary costumes, buckets of candy, and pumpkin-spiced everything, but this time of year is celebrated in wildly different ways across the globe. You know, Halloween started as Samhain, an ancient Celtic festival that marked the end of the harvest season, a time when the boundary between the living and the dead was thought to be at its thinnest. Today, it's celebrated around the world, but not always in the way you would expect. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into some seriously unique Halloween traditions. Let's kick things off in the Emerald Isle, the birthplace of Halloween itself. In Ireland, they stay true to their Celtic roots with bonfires blazing under the night sky. I'm talking big, roaring bonfires that light up the night, just like they did centuries ago. And the costumes, forget those store-bought ones. In Ireland, they go all out with eerie, handcrafted costumes that'll send shivers down your spine. It's not just about the costumes and bonfires, though. The Irish are known for their storytelling, and Halloween is when the truly spooky tales come out. Picture yourself huddled around a crackling fire, the wind howling outside, as you listen to tales of ghostly apparitions and mischievous fairies. And if that's not enough, modern-day Ireland throws the banks of the Foyle Halloween Carnival. Imagine a massive party with spooky parades, fireworks lighting up the sky, and enough ghoulish delights to make your heart race. Now let's not forget about the food. Halloween in Ireland wouldn't be complete without barmbrack, a sweet, fruit-packed bread with a little surprise baked inside. They say each piece holds a fortune, from finding love to coming into some serious luck. It's like a delicious game of edible roulette. Next up, we're heading south to Mexico, where they take Halloween to a whole other level with Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Now this isn't your typical spooky Halloween. Dia de los Muertos, celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, is all about welcoming back the souls of loved ones who have passed on. Families create these incredible ofrendas, which are altars decorated with vibrant marigolds, sugar skulls, and the favorite foods and drinks of their departed loved ones. It's a beautiful way to remember and honor those who are no longer with us. The streets come alive with parades, music, and people dressed as La Catrina, the elegant skeleton lady who's become an iconic symbol of the holiday. It's a celebration of life and death, a reminder that death is not the end, but a transition to another realm. And let's talk about the food. Pan de Muerto, or bread of the dead, is a sweet bread often flavored with anise and decorated with bone-shaped pieces of dough. It's believed to help guide the spirits back to their families. From Mexico, we're jetting off to the land of the rising sun, where Halloween is less about frights and more about fantastic costumes. In Japan, Halloween is a chance to fully embrace cosplay, and trust me, they don't hold back. The streets transform into a sea of elaborate costumes, from anime characters to video game heroes and everything in between. It's like walking into a real-life comic book. The biggest celebration goes down at Tokyo's Shibuya Crossing, the world's busiest intersection. Imagine thousands of costumed revelers flooding the streets, dancing and partying the night away. It's a wild, unforgettable experience. But the costume extravaganza doesn't end there. The Kawasaki Halloween Parade is another must-see, where participants have to apply and meet strict guidelines to showcase their incredible creations. We're talking next-level costumes that'll blow your mind. And hey, even though it's not as traditional, you'll still find some spooky decorations and haunted houses popping up around Japan. After all, who doesn't love a good scare every now and then? Now we're heading to the Caribbean, to the island nation of Haiti, where Halloween takes on a more spiritual and rhythmic tone with Fête Jade, a voodoo celebration honoring the spirits of the dead. This is where things get really interesting. Fête Jade, held on November 2nd, is a time when the veil between the living and the dead is lifted and spirits are believed to walk among us. Picture this. Cemeteries come alive with music, dancing, and offerings to Baron Samedi, the Loa of the dead. People dress up in top hats and sunglasses, mimicking Baron Samedi's iconic look, and they dance with an energy that's both captivating and a little bit spooky. Rum flows freely, candles flicker, and food offerings are made to appease the spirits. It's a celebration of life, death, and the spirits that connect us all. Our next stop takes us to Italy, the land of pasta, pizza, and believe it or not, a unique Halloween tradition. While Halloween itself isn't as widely celebrated in Italy, they do have Giorno dei Morti, or Day of the Dead, on November 2nd, which shares some similarities with the Mexican celebration. On this day, families gather at cemeteries not to mourn, but to remember and celebrate the lives of their loved ones. They clean and decorate the graves with flowers, candles, and sometimes even photos and mementos. It's a beautiful way to keep the memory of loved ones alive. Food plays a big role in Giorno dei Morti as well. Families often leave out plates of food and drinks for the spirits, believing that they return to visit on this special night. And of course, no Italian celebration would be complete without sweets. Fave dei morti, or beans of the dead, are small, almond-shaped cookies that are traditionally eaten during this time. Some say they represent the tears shed for loved ones, while others believe they symbolize the hope of resurrection. Get ready for this one, because we're about to explore a truly unique Halloween tradition in the Philippines called Pangangalulua. Now this is where things get really interesting. Imagine a group of children dressed as ghosts, going door to door, not for candy but for something a little different. They sing songs and say prayers for the souls in purgatory, believing that their voices can help these souls find peace. In return, the homeowners give them food or money, kind of like a spiritual trick or treat. It's a fascinating blend of religious tradition and cultural celebration. But the celebration doesn't end there. Pangangalulua transitions into Undas, a time when families visit cemeteries to clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones. They light candles, share stories, and sometimes even spend the entire night at the cemetery, sharing food and company with their departed loved ones. Our final stop takes us to the bustling city of Hong Kong, where Halloween collides with an ancient Chinese tradition known as Yue Lan, or the Festival of the Hungry Ghosts. This festival, which usually falls in August or September, is based on the belief that during the 7th month of the lunar calendar, the gates of hell open, and spirits are free to roam the earth. Now these aren't your typical friendly ghosts. These are hungry ghosts who are believed to be restless and seeking food and entertainment. To appease these spirits, people in Hong Kong make offerings of food, burn incense and joss paper, representing money and material goods for the afterlife, and even put on performances to keep the ghosts entertained. But here's the twist. Hong Kong also has a modern Halloween scene that's just as vibrant and exciting as anywhere else in the world. Parks like Hong Kong Disneyland and Ocean Park transform into spooky wonderlands with haunted houses, costume parties, and enough thrills and chills to satisfy even the biggest Halloween enthusiast. It's a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and modern celebrations, proving that Halloween in some form or another truly has a global reach. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the most unique and fascinating Halloween traditions from around the world. From ancient Celtic rituals to voodoo celebrations and Japanese cosplay extravaganzas, Halloween takes on many different forms, each one reflecting the culture and beliefs of the people who celebrate it. Whether you're lighting candles for long-gone loved ones or donning your creepiest costume, Halloween is a night where the past and the supernatural come out to play. And let's be honest, it's all in good, spooky fun. Thanks for joining me on this global Halloween adventure, and until next time, stay spooky.